Right, this one's really, really exciting.
Really?
Yes, I've wanted to get on this site for absolutely years. It's called the Thame Hoard, and what it was a guy, the Thame Hoard.
How do you spell that?
As in the River Thames. Thame, the Thame Hoard. No, the Thame Hoard.
Not Tame. Sorry, I don't understand. That's why I'm asking you.
It's the Thame Hoard. That's what it's called. The Thame. T-H-A-M-E.
Okay, I thought T-A-M-E.
Right, the Thame Hoard. I mean, you ask silly questions like that, it screws me up. Right, OK, let's restart again. It's the site of the Thame Hoard, and it's where a hoard of medieval gold rings and coins was found.
Sounds good to me, right,
and this hoard is fantastic because one of the gold rings is a reliquary ring. I've got pictures of it. Let me show you this thing. You are going to be absolutely amazed at this. See the stone here? It's actually a carved amethyst, and it all opens up, and you've got all decorated panels inside it. It's awesome. They reckon that this is from the same workshop as the Middleham Jewel came out.
You serious?
And the Middleham Jewel was sold for millions. Who's to say there isn't something even more spectacular waiting for us?
So come on, what makes you think you're going to find something on this one?
Right, there's several things that are going to make this a very viable hunt. The main one is the original find was found in 1940. There wasn't a lot of good metal detectors about. We're probably going to be the first ones there with a proper metal detector over that area since 1940. And we are going to meet up with the daughter of the original finder.
You serious?
Yeah, and she is going to take us right to the spot and say, that's where it is. I mean, that sends goosebumps up me. We have got to have a good search of this.
This is a really exciting hoard. The boys are going after real treasure here. There were 5 medieval rings found at Thame, one of which is absolutely outstanding, one of the best treasures in the country. And there were also 10 silver groats. These artifacts were incredibly valuable at the time they were buried. And what I really want to know is why were they buried and who buried them? The clue may lie with the prebendal, which is an ancient building that stands on the site close to where the hoard was found. During the medieval period, which is when it was buried, this building functioned as a kind of financial centre for the church. So some very important people lived and worked there. I wonder whether this has a link to the hoard.
Today's the day. We're going to go to Thame, follow up the Thame Hoard. I have literally been waiting for the last 15 to 20 years to detect on this site. And to me, now we've got permission, I just can't wait to get down there. I mean, it is a dream of mine. I'm just waiting for Gary now, so he's still waiting.
Well, this is it. The new Hoard Hunters vehicle, the Land Rover Tomb Raider, roll cage, lighting, everything we need to go on a Hoard Hunters expedition. Expedition.
Some of us think outside the box, but Gary thinks outside the tree sometimes. Some of his suggestions are bizarre.
I've got specialist diving gear. In fact, I've got all the stuff the SAS use. There's a method in my madness sometimes.
This is all Gary's stuff. Loads of cables and wires and weights. Weighs a ton, takes up too much space in my opinion. I mean, once he gets all that in, there's very little room for the serious stuff, the metal detectors. So that's Gary all over. Gadget man. Gary is the ultimate gadget man. And cross-dresser.
Gordon's super excited. The only problem is when Gordon gets super excited, he also gets super anti-Gary, because I know I'll be winding him up a bit.
Gary's detector all charged up. He always leaves me to do it. Good choice, Gary.
Really?
Yeah,
You like
I
it?
thought you were going to turn up in something like a chieftain tank or something completely impractical.
I wanted
this is good.
to, but I couldn't get one. Let's get everywhere we want to go, this.
Yeah, that's the thing that
Roll
you
cage,
have.
so if you fall over, you'll be fine.
Why? What are you going to do with it?
Don't worry.
Right, anyway, come on, let's get this loaded up. Put all your crap out there, all your diving stuff. Are you sure we need all that? Because I'm worried that we're not going to get all my gear
Don't
in
worry
there.
about your gear.
Well, I do
I need
worry
all
about
my-
my
don't
gear.
worry, I've got my
Look, it's my
detected.
gear that's going to find the stuff,
No.
not that stuff.
No,
all
that-
that's going
wait.
to do is probably kill somebody.
Let's wait.
We'll take it as long as we've got enough room.
Let's work this out.
Even if you hit it.
Get in.
It will all fit, honest. Ah, we forgot something.
What?
The kitchen sink. Come on, let's go. It's an hour to get there.
My name is Janet Eaton. I was born Janet Mackenzie. I'm the daughter of Willets and Nancy Mackenzie, who found the town Hoard. It was a Sunday afternoon, April the 20th, 1940, and they decided to go to a walk to Shavington. They had only got into about a mile of their walk when the dog spotted something. He went to investigate, and lo and behold, he found the 5 rings and the 10 silver groats. This is a picture of my parents, Willets and Nancy, and of course Spider the dog, who should have main of the credit for finding the hoard, because if he hadn't scratched about on the bank, it might have got passed by. So all credit to Spider. I'm very pleased Gary and Gordon are going to have a delve and see if they can find anything, and I know my father would be pleased, so they've got his blessing anyway.
Tell me more about the hoard, right?
The reason I've always felt that this should be really, really good is there were lots and lots of gold rings and some silver coins, but very few silver coins. And if you look at the other hoards of the similar type, there were literally thousands of silver coins and then just a handful of gold rings.
Yeah.
So I still think the bulk of that hoard could be there. The downside is there's going to be loads of rubbish out of the river. I mean, just be prepared for digging the most amazing rubbish. And the lady that owns the land is really, really famous. She's Dewena Gibb. That's Robin Gibbs of the Bee Gees fame. It's his widow.
I used to sing some of his songs, actually.
And Gary, you've got to be on your best behaviour today. We've actually got permission to detect both sides of the river. That means we've got 2 bites of the cherry now. Now, we're going to go onto the public side, first of all, today, but tomorrow we're going to then switch to the other side of the river, which chances are nobody's ever detected. So this is really, really upped our chances of finding something. Now, I'm really excited now. Come on! Let's get out there! Let's get searching!
Hello, I'm Janet.
Hello, Janet. I'm Gordon.
Hello, Gordon.
Hi, Janet. I'm the good-looking one, Gary. How do you do?
Gary.
Apparently, it was your father that was out with a dog, and the dog ran away, and he went looking for the dog.
Would you like me to show you the spot?
I would possibly.
No. We're going home now. Lunch break.
I would love to know.
OK,
Right.
let's go. If we walk this way. And I think if I say about this area...
So, do you know if it's been dredged before?
It probably has been once or twice.
This looks like it's a spot, and it's a nice small spot. The easiest way to find any remnants of any hoard is knowing the exact spot. And Janet's put us right on a small spot.
Right, come on. It's a beautiful day. Sun shining. X marks the spot. It's time to get the gear out. CTX 3030 with a smaller coil. It's my lucky coil. Lock and load. Right, that's
That's it?
That's it.
Best man wins? Let's go.
I'll win.
Let's go.
Detectors on.
5 feet from the bank. Nice stones coming out. This is a typical sort of thing I'd expect from a river, dredgings. That's part of a can. So first bit of rubbish, but it's out of the way now. I say there's lots of nice stones. In fact, I can't believe this. That is a medieval fishing weight. I was about to say, if there was a hole in that, it'd be a fishing weight. And if you have a look, there is. So there you go. There's a hole there, runs through there, out the other side, and that would have been on one of their fishing nets. So a really important find. These are in museums. This is the best sort of sign of quality medieval that you could possibly get. You know, this is a good find, even though it's a stone.
It's in here. It's gold. Flipping crown top. I thought it was a ring because it gave a double tone as if you're going over something. The metal detector goes bin, dit, dit. So it meets the middle and it sounds just like a ring. It's gold coloured. Ah.
Now that's what a big gold ring would sound like. Also a screw cap. It's the top of a can. It ain't gonna be easy.
I found a tin can. Gordon found his brick. I just found the tin can.
Lots of bottle tops.
Silver.
That is some sort of fishing weight. I knew it wasn't gonna be easy.
Absolutely full of trash. Everywhere.
That sounds like a hammered coin. Crown cap made of metal. Every tin can thrown away in Thame ends up on this bend, and then when it's dredged out, it ends up here. Go on then.
That was a waste of time, wasn't it?
Might come back and have another go at this.
I'm coming back with a JCB.
It's probably your best bet, actually. So I know that Janet was kind enough to show us the spot where she was told it was.
Yeah.
But I think that we should now start thinking outside the box a bit. If we have to, we can come back here and try to wade through all this rubbish, but I don't think there's much chance of us finding anything here. At least if we go to the other side, we might accidentally find a Roman treasure, you never know. But staying here is a waste of time. Yeah. So let's go.
All right,
Go on.
jobs are good in. Okay. Shove them in, gunga din.
As I understand it, the hoard was found by this pool over on the public side of the river.
Yes, well, that's what a popular opinion of the reports actually indicate. However, in the report from the Ashmolean, which was done very soon afterwards, it says that Willox was walking along the left bank of the River Thame.
So, over here?
Yeah.
Rather than over here?
Yeah.
Oh. So we've got the original finder relaying the find spot to his daughter.
Yeah, yeah.
And relaying the find spot to the museum. And yet the museum and his daughter both tell us they were in different places.
Tell different stories, yes, that's right, yeah, yeah. I'm not sure whether he actually knew where he found it. He possibly didn't mark the spot and he tried to go back later and said, well, it must have been here.
So basically the boys have got a huge area to cover.
Incredible area,
And
yeah.
they better get walking.
This is not your normal, everyday hoard hunting site. Right, we're here now in Duina's garden.
Yes.
And she's given us permission to search. That's where we were, just over there. But now I believe that
I think it's
believe
closer,
it's further that
yes.
way, which would make sense.
And I think that it's actually up closer to the house.
You're
Yes.
not going to walk too far away from the house
I don't think so.
to bury your treasure. So I'm going to go search the garden. So we'll get
Yes.
that cleared out of the way first of all. Then, if we have no joy there, we've got all this area, which makes
Yes.
sense, and it fits in with the original story. So I think we've got a plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get with it.
Look at this. I don't think this place has ever been metal detected, ever. What can I say? It's metal detecting heaven. It's just unreal. I am blown away by the whole thing. When you walk around, you can literally feel the history. I can't explain it. You just feel it. I've just got to find something before the day's done. Let's go under, see what we can find. I've got a signal here. My signal's there.
Big signal, but it's right under the root. Sounds absolutely a perfect signal.
I think it's silver foil.
Straight back to the 17th century. This is a cup weight. Very nice find. These were used by traders. You'd have a 2 ounce, 1 ounce, ½ ounce, and they were like weights that sat into each other. And for the first signal, I mean, what else is going to be in this garden? It's not gold treasure, but it's definitely a good sign that there's going to be a lot in this garden. Top find.
A weight?
Yep.
How cool is that? Well done. First find to you.
Yep.
Well,
Right,
I'm thirsty.
I mean, I can't believe how dark it's got. It's only 6:30. This is because it's raining so hard. Let's regroup down the pub and we'll figure out what we're going to do tomorrow. There is going to be a fortune in this garden. We have been unbelievably lucky today. First, Janet took us to the find spot that her dad showed her, where the stuff came from. OK, it turned out to be a bit of a disaster with all the rubbish that was there.
Yeah.
But then to have Dewena to actually allow us to detect her garden. This is land that's never been detected properly. How lucky can you be in a day? So I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. And I think we should go back there to start with. I then want to get into the river. Who knows what's going to be in there?
well,
So, anyway.
I'm up for that.
Yeah.
Cheers for that.
So, tomorrow.
Cheers. Right, you get the stuff out?
So here we are, day 2. I was thinking last night I might have a rethink about how we're going to do today. We're going to carry on, I think, with a plan on this lawn today.
Right.
But I still want to go back to the original spot that we were, where Janet showed us, because I think I gave up too easy. I mean, I was confronted with all those bits of tin and stuff, and I may have wussed out a bit too quick.
OK, you stay there, dig that crap up. I'm going to stay here digging up the good
Right,
stuff.
OK, yeah, no problems. No, I think we've got to do it as a team, and I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's get detecting and get on with it.
You're gonna try
Let's go
your
find
best. something. This is a strong signal. Very strong signal. It's going to be modern because it's shallow. Said it was modern. English 20p piece smashed.
Oh, big musket ball. That's not a hunting musket ball. That is the sort of thing that was used in the Civil War. These were shot in anger. I mean, that's the oldest thing I found here so far. Strange lead artifact. So I'm going to have to clean that one off and do a bit of research, but I mean, it could be the top of a candlestick. That looks like silver. It looks like the handle of a seal. I think it's very thin silver, oversight. Yes, again, it's probably 17th century or later. It looks like a quality find, though, doesn't it? Ah, something from the Second World War. Seems that a lot of conflicts have left a lot of artefacts. We've had the musket ball. Now we've got this from the Second World War.
must be wonderful to live in a building like this with so much history, but how did you feel when you realised a hoard had been found in your back garden?
I was so delighted, but I'm not surprised because this was a very powerful place just recently. I feel like it's beginning to reveal its secrets.
Could we go and see a little bit more of this beautiful building?
Yes, absolutely. Come, let's go. That's the remaining wall of the Grand Hall. It was joined onto the highs. Yes.
It's amazing that it survived, and to think that such important people, such important decisions were made, well, right in your backyard.
This is one of the finest oak ceilings in medieval buildings in Britain at the moment.
This, I suppose, is one of those powerhouses of the church. Presumably, whoever buried the hoard didn't live to come back to collect it.
Yes.
It's been really interesting today because what I've got now is a context, a kind of setting to put the hoard into. It's not just a group of objects found in the ground, it's a group of objects related to the whole history of a place, and particularly to this place, and what a history it's got.
Still by the tree, you must be finding stuff.
What have you got?
I've got some silver. Ta-da!
Oh, brilliant. That's off a knife, is it?
I don't know, it feels Georgian.
How cool's that, eh?
Yeah. But I'm now itching, I'm going to go back.
You can go and stay here. Go on, find your tin cans.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah. I'll tell you. Wow. It's good that Gary's actually let me drive this. Feeling good? I get over to that site and put these doubts out of my mind. I mean, for a time there, I actually lost the whole purpose of why we're here. We are hoard hunting here, and we've come here to find part of the Thame hoard that may have been lost. Here we go again.
There it is. What is that? Wow. That's so cool. It's an old lead soldier. Look at the detail on that with his backpack on. He's still got some colouring on him. Now that is cool. Look at that.
Now, Janet said the actual coins was 5 feet away from the edge of the river. I was thinking about this last night. The river is going that way, and all this is building up with silt and stuff, OK? So this here is the original edge of the river, and 5 feet is going to be here, around this area here. And there's still loads of signals here. So I've got to get through all the rubbish, and hopefully we'll find something from the hoard.
Could be another one. Oh yes. Another one. Wow. Their business. Well, there must be more here. Go back with a whole flipping army of them. Some young lad must have been playing under this tree, playing with his little toy soldiers.
So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to speed detect. I'm just going to get the signals out as quickly as I can. You might as well take a seat. I'll give you an idea of the sort of junk that we're getting. Beer cans, soft drink cans, all sorts of things. This is depressing.
There's another. Forget this now, I've found a hoard of them. Yeah, there we go. This one's got a sword and some red paint on it. I found a hoard of soldiers. Another one, I think. They are. I think that's 2 feet. Is that him? There he is. Oh, yeah, more. Well, would you believe it? There's his head. And there he is. That's his head, isn't it? How cool is that, eh? I mean, we'll find out now who used to live here and give him his soldiers back. Well, I'm well chuffed with that.
There's signals everywhere. Another tin can. More of this melted aluminium. I've nearly reached the point where I'm happy that there's nothing within reach. It doesn't look like I'm going to be adding anything to the hoard. So I'm going to just do this area here, and then I'm going to go down by the main house, opposite side of the river where the dredgings are there, because I think there's a better chance.
Gordon said he was going to be there. Where is he? He's not there. Some communication wouldn't go amiss. Where have you been?
I'm having a look at the dredgings down there. You going in the river?
What do you want me to go in the river for?
Right, go up the tributary and see if you can find something.
What am I looking for?
Old stuff.
What are you going to be doing?
I'm going to be down on the dredgings closer to the house.
On dry land?
On dry land, yeah. Good luck, Gary!
Well, it looks like I've got the job again, doesn't it? Don't know where I'm going to get in. There's loads of barbed wire. It's steep. I don't know what the bottom's like. I don't know how deep it is out there. My detector Excalibur, waterproof to 60 metres. Gordon said I'm looking for anything old. I think the oldest thing we'll find in the river will be me. I am in the brink. Whoa! Now, this isn't easy as detecting on land because you can't see what you're digging up. So what you have to do is scoop next to my foot and dig it in. Silver paper.
Lots of rubbish. 1 penny. Just to put it. 2 bob bit.
Nothing. Right, I'm getting out. This was terrible. Gordon's been running around everywhere like a blue-arse fly. And, you know, he's got so many plans going on that, you know, I haven't got a clue. So I think we'll go find out what his next plan is. You got your flipping suit on. Oh, you weren't going in.
Right, the reason why I've put on my suit is because of what's coming out of the bank on the other side of the river. I can see all the archaeology there spawning out of the bank. I'm going to go in there and have a look at it.
Good, I'm going to watch you.
OK, cool. Bye, Gordon. Quite excited about this. This is definitely a good turn of events. Come on, something old. Give me something old.
Gordon's digging away. I mean, he's lost it. I think it's gone to his end now. I think he's out of it.
A lead seal, and I don't think it's a very old one. So not a great find. It's really raining hard now, though. Too muddy there. Let's go back up here a bit. Big fishing weight. Not good.
It's great to get out of my dry suit. I was a little bit chilly.
A lump of muck. An old coin. So that's older. We're getting old. Actually, that's George the First. That's a cracking coin. We're getting older. We're definitely getting older.
Gordon's in a freezing cold river on his own. He could be here when me sat here warming up.
Psycho.
Well, give him his due. He's, you know, not giving up. But I am.
I got a hammer! Gary! Gary!
What have you caught? A cold?
I got a hammer! Medieval!
Medieval what?
Looks like a half penny. Cracking condition.
Are you serious?
Have a look at this beauty. Yeah.
Whoa, doody. How old?
Rarer. We're looking at the 13th, 14th century, around that sort of period. Exactly the same period
as the Hoard.
So we've done it. We found medieval.
Oh, dude, you did it.
Yeah, I am so relieved because this was a bit of a disaster, this hunt. But the river's the place. You can have modern fishing weights laying on the surface with Roman coins because it's all churned up. You just never know what you're going to find. Go back in.
I thought, wow, when I just found that find, I can go. But how wrong was I? We're never going to get home now. Never. Have you?
Another hammer.
Are you serious? He's got another one.
I'll tell you what, they're getting bigger as well. Yes!
Oh, my
beauty. That makes the other one look stupid. What a coin. When that's cleaned, that's as good as they get. And now I've got in the river, this was the right decision, and I am buzzing. I am absolutely buzzing.
Dude!
We did it!
You did it. Today, I think it was my encouragement to get in the river and help him and do stuff that really brought the goodies out. You might as well go, because it's going to be a long night.
Gary's going to be well pleased. Certainly wouldn't want to get hit by that. The coin that changed the whole dig. If it wasn't for this medieval coin, I could have given up exactly what we were trying to find.
What's up?
Hello, Gary.
Well, we're going to see Mike. Today, we're going to have a really good time.
Right, so you've got a postcode where we got to meet him.
Yeah?
Any idea where it is?
I haven't got a clue where he's taking us, but it is exciting.
I'll see where the postcode takes us, I guess.
Yeah.
Today, this is a really grand hotel. It wasn't like that, you know, in the past, but something very important happened here that's central to our story.
You reckon Mike's going to be impressed here?
Yeah. I'm just interested to see what Mike's actually found out for us.
I want to know who's playing with my soldiers.
Well, see, that's going to be that high up in his
I hope
estimations.
so.
I've been pretty lucky on this one. There's quite a lot of information. I've learned quite a lot of stuff and some really interesting stuff too. So I just hope they've got something interesting to show me in return.
What are you heading down here for?
What do you mean, what am I going down here for? Get your nose out. I'm driving, not you.
Yeah, I don't recognise any of this.
Spreading
Oh,
along
there's
the car
Spreading
park
along
next on the left. Mike has come up high in my expectations already. He's brought us to a pub.
Right, let's go.
My very own Thame archaeologist. Good to see you. Come on, what's the plan?
So, Mike, why have you brought us here?
For a drink, I hope.
There must be a reason, you know, to spread eagle.
Tuesday, 28th of May, 1940. Coroner's inquest here at the Spread Eagle Hotel. It's here that the Thame Hoard was declared treasure trove.
Right, I was wondering
And
where it would be.
they did pay the finder, Willox Mackenzie, £150.
150 quid?
That's quite a lot of money then. And it enabled him to buy a house, and in fact he lived in it until the day he died.
I know someone else who did that. He's not dead yet, though.
Yeah, I found the Milton Keynes treasure, and the two finders, we both got a lot of money, and I managed to pay off my mortgage.
Oh.
Yes, you did.
Do you
We
think
did.
that lot's going to pay off mine?
No.
Should we get in and have a
Yeah.
I don't think it's even going to buy a caravan.
So I had a really good time. I met some brilliant people and found out some really interesting stuff. So how did you get on in the muddy field?
Oh, it was great. We got here, we decided exactly what we were going to do. We had a plan, we stuck to it, and we found stuff.
Had a plan? This guy was bouncing everywhere. Nothing was planned. Nothing at all.
We did think on our feet.
I really can't wait to see what you found. One of the things I was talking about to Dwena was why was the Hoard buried and who buried it? I mean, one possibility is that it was buried around the time of Henry VIII and his dissolution of the monasteries.
The Reformation, yeah.
And what makes me think that is what he hated about the monasteries was how much power and money they had. The Prebendal Manor House was full of power. And the other thing is that one of the guys who was in charge of the Prebendal was Richard Maudley, and he opposed Henry's divorce, and he did this in public.
Dodgy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people were losing their heads, losing all their lands a lot at the time.
Yeah.
And everyone was thinking, whoa, you know, any minute now, They're going to come and
let's
wanna
take
kick
all
off.
the money and treasures and hide it away somewhere.
Absolutely. Kids learn about this thing in school, you know, it's a sense of real local pride. So anything that you have found that adds to that story is just going to be great for the people of Thame.
Would you like to see the items?
Yeah.
No,
Enough
don't show him
history.
now.
Naturally, what you've managed to dig up.
The first thing I dug was a tin can,
Yeah.
and in the spoil I found this.
Oh, wow.
I always wanted to find was one of these, and it's actually a fish trap weight, and it's medieval.
This is some guy's work. This was his living. Do you know what I mean? This is what every day he'd have to hump it down to the river to catch fish.
The next things aren't quite as grand as the medieval one.
I know what this is. It's an apothecary's weight.
Yeah, it's a little...
Nested weight.
So once I found that, I knew that I had a find that there was a potential to date, and I can see half of a crown and a letter I, so it's most likely James II, late sort of 17th century. Now, the next things I'm going to show you are both from the Civil War period. And the first one we found was this, and it's a seriously heavy musket ball, nearly 33 grams. I mean, if you got hit by that, you'd be seriously hurt. Then we found this, very, very close to it. Now, I'd be very impressed if you recognise what that is. Do you give up? It's basically the nozzle from a powder pourer.
Oh, yes.
And that's that, and they are Civil War only.
It's lovely. Did you see the door to the refectory at the Prebendal?
No, is it? You tell me it's peppered with musket
It's
ball holes.
absolutely peppered with musket ball
Is
holes.
it?
Right.
Yep.
Now, the next things I'm going to show you are toys.
What toys? What about toys? I found a hoard of soldiers. There you go.
hoard of
Look at that. No, look at these.
soldiers.
These are so cool. See
Now,
that?
these tin soldiers are actually top quality tin
Are they?
soldiers, yeah.
See, am I good? Am I
Say,
good?
they're really well moulded.
They are from the turn of the century
Where were these found?
Under a big tree
in the front of the Prebendal.
in the front garden.
Bear with me.
Well, look at it. Dun, dun, dun.
There he goes. Look, he's got his goosebumplies are up.
This guy lived at the Prebendal, Harmon Greasewood. And he says here, look, places in the garden where you had hidden things that would be retrieved or would come to life again when the long winter ended.
So what you're saying is
That's
that he's
hardly coincidence.
burying his tin soldiers out in the garden to retrieve them. And once
Yeah.
the winter has gone,
He just
He lost
grew up and
Yeah.
never went back for his soldiers.
Amazing.
And he says here, look, the shop sold sets of toy soldiers
wow.
and new shapes of guns. These were daubed with red ink. from
Yeah, they is.
downstairs. Is it really?
Wow, he's got red ink all over him. See?
Well, it's
Oh,
definitely painted.
jeez, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
And there's the red ink all on him.
And the date's right.
Right.
Everything's right. That is lovely. I love it when a document and the archaeology comes together.
Tin soldiers with a provenance.
I think this is impressing me more than the...
The medieval fishing way.
I was working up to find
Oh.
something from the Hoard or something dating or...
Well, we both wanted that.
Now,
Come on.
guys, let's just...
So basically,
Show
I
me
went
more.
back, put on my dry suit, in I went, and started searching. First coin wasn't too brilliant, but extremely rare. I mean, if that had been sort of mint condition, you'd be looking at an £800 coin there.
800 quid?
Yeah, even in the condition that it's in, it's still got a good value.
Wow.
And I thought, right, I'm back to the 1700s. Maybe there's something even older. And then, yeah, the first medieval coin. This turned out to be Edward III.
And it's silver,
It's
isn't it?
silver.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a halfpenny. And I mean, I can date it exactly because that coin was minted between 1344 and 1351.
This is the same date as the earliest coins in the Hoard, isn't
Yeah.
it?
And then I found this one, which is a lot better. This is a penny of Edward I, a little bit earlier, but again showing there's obviously medieval stuff there to be found.
Absolutely. And this is in really good
Oh, yeah.
condition.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. That just takes you right back to...
Yeah, well, it's a 13th century coin, this one. So when they were actually building a lot of those buildings in
Yes,
Prebendal.
absolutely. Love it, love it. I think that's a fantastic collection.
Yeah.
And a collection that relates directly to the building, to the people that lived in it. I just think it's beautiful. Who do you think's been the most successful?
Gordon.
I don't know. Although we came here to find the medieval bits and pieces, I must admit, even I'm impressed with the provenance of those toy soldiers. I have to give it to you, Gary.
Do you agree
what
with
do you
that?
think?
Or do you agree with that?
I do.
Yes, he swoops it again. Well, the drinks are on you, Gordon. You
Well,
no,
I think
let's change it.
was the winner.
Archaeologist.
It was the winner who was going to
No, he doesn't buy. He wins.
No, the winner of the best find.
No, he wins. The guy who judged it, who chose me, he can. He was the
I
best.
conceded to you.
No, you didn't. You said, come on. You can't give with one hand and take away with the other.
You won, so you buy the beer.
No, it's nothing to do with that. If your horse wins the race, you get the champagne. You
You've got
don't
the money
buy
to
it.
buy the
You
drink.
don't buy it.
Of course you do. You've done the race. You